Good morning and happy holidays. Welcome to the Soul Sister channel. It is Sunday, December 20th, and I'm here with your weekly spiritual forecast. First of all, I want to say happy winter solstice, which is tomorrow, December 21st. I want to say Merry Christmas, which is December 25th, and happy Kwanzaa, which is December 26th. Hanukkah was December 11th, and it's already over, but there's still lots of festivity and holiday giving and receiving to do. So let's get started with today. Oh, first of all, I wanted to talk to you about one of the energies I talked about last week. It was that, let me look at my notes. It was that Mercury square Jupiter. Mercury square Neptune. I made up a new planet. Mercury square planet. Shoot. Mercury square Neptune. Last Sunday and Monday. Talk about confusion. I wanted to talk about confusion, but it looks like I'm still under the spell of it. I just wanted to bring it up because I am so glad I knew about that energy up front because, man, I was a wreck. I don't know about you guys, but last Monday, I didn't know what the heck was going on. At least I knew that, knowing what I knew, that it would be out of our hair on Tuesday. I just kept taking that one step forward, one step at a time, and taking my deep breaths, and I did make it through. So it always helps to know that the information that's out there does actually help us help us with making better decisions and getting through some of these energies that are a little harder to navigate than others. Anyway, let's get started with our 3 deep cleansing breaths today. We are going to work on releasing disease from all of our bodies. So on the first breath, let's take it now. Let's release the disease from our physical and etheric bodies. Okay, that's good. All right, ready for the second breath. On this breath, we are going to release our disease, any disease that we have in our astral, in our emotional bodies. Okay, good. One more breath now. On this breath, we're going to release any disease we may have in our mental bodies, whether that disease be in our lower or our higher mental body. Very good. Feel the balance, feel the release, feel like that little reset. It's such a great feeling. I did want to mention, I threw in some terminology you may not be aware of. I was talking about the physical etheric bodies. I want you to entertain today. Just play with it. Don't believe it. Don't take my word. Just play with it and see what you come up with for yourself. You know, in many of our religions, I come back from the Judeo-Christian background. We talk about the higher self. We talk about the soul. There's an aspect of ourselves that is greater than this physical existence. And one of our major tasks, one of our major challenges this lifetime is to build a relationship with that spiritual aspect of ourselves and start working with that aspect consciously. And that helps us consciously co-create in the physical world, and it brings us greater purpose, greater joy, and greater balance. So that's what, our great challenge is about, working with that soul, that higher self. So we have the physical part of ourselves, it's our physical body. The spiritual part of that physical component is called the etheric body. The etheric body is an energy, so we can see our physical bodies, but the energy of this body actually goes out further than our physical being. It goes out further, and that's our etheric body. Anything that manifests disease in our physical bodies has to go through our etheric body first. So if we can heal things before they get to our physical body, that is what we want to do. The second component I talked to you about was removing disease from your emotional astral body. So we know what the emotions are, but astrally, that is actually where you go when you sleep. It's again another plane of existence that disease or any kind of imbalance will move through that energy first before it manifests in the physical body. Again, we want to try to neutralize, balance, and harmonize that astral plane so that we only bring higher positive vibration into the physical body. And then the third two mental bodies, there's a higher and the lower mental body. The mental body that is lower is our mind that we know of, that we think, and we go to school and we train this lower mind. The higher mental body is that spiritual part of our mental body, and that's our intuition. That's where our knowledge really resides. And it goes beyond any kind of logic or any kind of physical reality. It goes into all the other realities. So by releasing the disease from all of these bodies, then we can help bring balance and harmony and joy to this physical existence. So little lecture, little lesson there. I hope you get some help, and it helps you understand a little bit about energy and how it works a little bit more. Now, big stuff going on this week. Wow, big stuff. Tomorrow, December 21st, is the winter solstice, and we are going to experience the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, something we haven't experienced in 20 years. It's going to happen in the very early part of Aquarius, and it is magnificent. It is talking about total change in how we educate our children, how we educate ourselves, how we relate with each other. It's all about technology and service. And this, my dear friends, is the actual moment of the beginning of the age of Aquarius. It is coming through now, and the whole energy of the planet is being transformed. It's quite exciting to be able to be on this planet at this time. It's also a little bit stressful and anxiety ridden, wouldn't you say? Because it is not a smooth transition. We are rocking and rolling, and we will continue to do so in the next weeks, months, and probably the next year. So this is an incredible energy. It is, I mentioned last year, I believe it's considered the star that the wise men followed, and I did research it. I did my homework. It actually is. It's called the Star of Bethlehem, this conjunction, because there are these two huge planets. So a conjunction is when they are almost sharing the same space. When it looks like when we look up in the sky, they look like they're right next to each other. That's the conjunction. They're sharing the same space in the sky. So they give off this great illumination, greater than some of the stars, because they're so huge. So this is the Bethlehem star. This is the star that was symbolized in the nativity story from the Christians about the Star of Bethlehem and the wise men and following with the gifts. And tomorrow, the wise men are bringing us a new gift, and it's the gift of a whole new 2,000-year cycle. It is quite exciting. However, we still have a lot of work to do. We will not be sitting back on our laurels and watching the age of Aquarius come on in. No, it's not happening that way at all. We have the solstice on Monday. I just talked to you about that. That is going to bring in this energy, this new energy. I mean, with the pandemic, we are, especially, I'm jumping a little bit ahead, there's going to be some pretty discordant energy at the end of this month. And we are going to see the pandemic really explode, and there are going to be issues on all levels. We are going to lose more of our loved ones. There's going to be issues with hospitals and being able to care for our ill brothers and sisters. We're not going to have the capacity to do that. Our economy is being stressed and is going to be quite challenged. So this is what we are looking at in the outer world as the energy shifts from a lower vibration to a higher vibration of service and inclusiveness and technology. These challenges that we are going through are enabling us to see beyond our status quo and become creative in how we are going to address the changes that we will be experiencing. We are going to have to learn how to care for each other on a new and more inclusive level. There are going to be a lot of us who are not going to be able to know where our next meal is coming, or maybe where we're even going to lay our head tonight. We're going to have to, an opportunity that this energy brings us is a whole new way to educate our children. It's going to be much more technology based and internet based. So no matter what the outer circumstances are, our children will have education and accessible to them. Very interesting. And even with new technology, it's going to grow so fast, we're going to hardly be able to keep up with it. I'm thinking about a certain brand of phone that my kids get excited about whenever the new, oh, it's the 10, oh, it's the 11. Oh my gosh, it's going to be like a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 every month or something. It's going to advance so fast. Anyway, that is the energy that is coming in. It's an incredible energy, but it is going to cause some distress, some chaos, because the status quo is not going to work anymore. So we have to make sure that we are prepared internally, because as long as you're prepared internally, you can handle whatever the heck is going on outside. You can. You just have to be balanced inside. And that's why I use the mantra, life is lived from the inside out, because it is actually the truth. That's the way that you can get a control of that outer world. So we have this going on. Let me look over here. Oh, we also have Monday. We have the sun going into Capricorn. So the sun is coming out of Sagittarius, going into Capricorn, more of a firm foundation, slow, Sagittarius is all over the place. Now we move into a more slow, a more solidified, a more determined and approach. We're not just all over the place, spontaneous. We are actually moving forward and planning as we move forward. That's that new energy coming in that we are working with. And the sun is also going to be conjunct Venus tomorrow. So we're going to have this energy of the holidays, of getting together. There might be a little bit of travel involved for some of us who might get to go see our loved ones, even as things are shutting down again. Some of us might have that opportunity. But as I said before, we're going to have that Mars square Neptune energy that's going to go through the end of the year. The pandemic is really kicking in, and our ability to travel and see our loved ones is going to be physically is going to be limited. But here we have this great new energy coming in, this energy of technology, this energy of the internet. And even though we will maybe not be able to see our loved ones in person, we have the internet now. And it's not the same. I understand that. But we can get creative. We can still get together with those we love this holiday. And the energy is there even for it to happen during the whole week. But on the 24th, the energy for technology and being able to communicate with each other with technology versus being there physically is going to be there. So we're going to get creative. We're going to be with our loved ones, even though they won't be able to see me in person in my elf outfit. they'll be able to see it on Zoom. So we will be able to celebrate the holidays in being together. So it is going to be an interesting week. The energy is kicking in and it is getting going, and we're experiencing some changes. And they're going to be good changes if we can just hang in there and make sure we're remaining balanced and harmonized within ourselves. Let's see what our spirit guides have to say today. I'm going to be using the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. I'm going to just pick one card, I believe, because I have a feeling they'll say something very significant just in one card. I love these because, well, you'll see. They'll have the message right on the card that we can look at, and we can see how that will help us this week coming. All right. Oh, Gates of Triumph. What an awesome card. Gates of Triumph. Let me move it in. Success expands your life. So, even though we can't maybe do the things we do that we want to do this holiday the regular way, the way we've wanted to in the, the way we're used to in the past, there is no way, no reason why we can't spend the holidays with our family, our friends, our loved ones by just using a different method. Again, Zoom. What's the other one that I use? I don't remember. But there's all kinds of applications we can use to be together. And we will be successful. And it is going to be a great holiday for us if we can just get out of our mode of poor, pitiful me. I'm meh, meh, meh. I can't be there. I can't go there. Maybe I don't have the money for the presents that I usually get. But I can be creative. I can find different ways. I can send a picture with a nice frame. All we got to do is be creative. We will experience success. We will enjoy the holidays. We've got it. We've got it right within ourselves to just make it all happen and bring joy not only to ourselves, but everyone in our circle. So have a wonderful week. Enjoy your holiday, whichever it is, wherever you are. And remember, life is lived from the inside out. Oh, and don't forget, like the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe so you can be alert of any of the new videos I'm going to be putting up. And also come visit me at Soul Sister Cat on Facebook.com. I'd love to see you there. Love you. Love to become your friend there. Take care and namaste.